Welcome to Magic Math Stat. In today's video, we are going to talk about arithmetic progression, or known as AP. This is one of the most important chapters in algebra. Let's first understand what is progression. If you search the meaning of this word in Google, you will get this: the process of developing or moving gradually towards a more advanced state. Another is a number of things in a series. So, a progression is a process where something numeric progresses or develops. Let's get to the process. Well, let's assume the first number in the progression be A and the common difference be D. Hence, the arithmetic progression up to n terms will be A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, up to A plus n minus 1 times D. So you can see that the first term in the AP is A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, fourth term is A plus 3D, fifth term is A plus 4D, and it goes on up to nth term, which is A plus n minus 1D. Now, if you look at the differences between first and second term, second and third term, third and fourth term, fourth and fifth term, you will see that the differences between all the consecutive terms are D. In this process, A and D both can be any number. So, arithmetic progression is nothing but starting from a number and adding a difference again and again and again to generate other terms. Let's see some examples. Let's take A equals to 1 and D equals to 1. So, using the general form of AP, I can write the first term as 1, second term is 1 plus 1, third term is 1 plus 2 times 1, fourth term is 1 plus 3 times 1, and it goes up to 1 plus n minus 1 times 1. If you simplify every calculation, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. So, first n natural numbers are in AP. Now let's set A equals to 1 and D equals to 2. Let's find this AP up to 20 terms. The series starts from 1 and we have seen the other terms are formed by adding the common difference again and again. Hence, the second term will be 1 plus 2, which is 3. The third term will be 3 plus 2, which is 5. The fourth term will be 5 plus 2, which is 7. And it will go on up to, now you remember the form of the nth term in a AP. So, let's put it 1 plus 20 minus 1 times 2. If you simplify it, you will get 1, 3, 5, 7 up to 39. Now, third example, we will start from A equals to 10 and the common difference is minus 1. Let's calculate up to 10 terms. Since here the common difference is negative, this will progress in a decreasing form. The first one is 10, second one will be 9, 1 less than 10, third one will be 1 less than 9, which is 8, and the next one will be 7. It will go on up to 2 and 1. Let's look at some basic problems. Do the numbers 2, 6, 10, 12, 16 and it is going on form an arithmetic progression. So we have to check if it is an AP or not. So how to check? Check the differences between consecutive terms. If all the differences between given consecutive terms are same, then it's an AP. Otherwise, it's not an AP. Let's check. So the differences between 2 and 6 is 4, 6 and 10 is 4, 10 and 12 is 2. And we don't need to check more because all the consecutive differences here are not same. So this is not an AP. Next problem, find the 10th term of the arithmetic progression 1, 3.5, 6, 8.5 and it goes on. So what do we know? The first term of this AP is 1, that is A equals to 1. Common difference is D equals to all the differences of consecutive terms, that is 3.5 minus 1, that will be same as 6 minus 3.5, that will be same as 8.5 minus 6. The answer is D equals to 2.5. So the 10th term is, you know the form A plus n minus 1D. Put the values of this A, n and D. You get 1 plus 10 minus 1 multiplied by 3.5. You will get 67.5. Let's look at some more problems. The 5th term of an AP is 17 by 6. The 9th term is 25 by 6. So what is the 12th term? Now this one is a bit more advanced problem compared to the previous ones. So first, let the initial term of the AP be A and the common difference be D. So the nth term will be A plus n minus 1D. According to the question, we know that fifth term is 17 by 6. So A plus 5 minus 1D will be 17 by 6. If you simplify it, you will get A plus 4D equals to 17 by 6. Now number this equation as Roman 1. Now the second information, ninth term is 25 by 6. So A plus 9 minus 1D is 25 by 6. Simplify it, you will get A plus 8D is equals to 25 by 6. Name this equation as Roman 2. Now take your pen and paper and solve these two equations using any equation solving techniques. You will get A equals to 3 by 2 and D equals to 1 by 3. And so the 12th term is 3 by 2 plus 12 minus 1 times 1 by 3 equals to 31 by 6. That is the option known as B. Now we will look at sum of AP. A plus D plus A plus 2D plus A plus 3D up to n terms, which is A plus n minus 1D. Let's see how to calculate this sum. Let's name the last term or nth term of this progression L. That is L equals to A plus n minus 1D. Now this AP can be written in two forms. If we start from the beginning, that is A, then we get A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D up to L, since the last term is L. And if we start writing this AP from the last term, start from L, then the next term will be D less than L. So L minus D. The next term will be D less than the previous, that is L minus 2D. The next term will be D less than the previous, that is L minus 3D. And it goes on up to A. So these two are just the two visual forms of same AP. Now let S equals to the sum of the AP, that is A plus D plus A plus 2D plus A plus 3D up to L. So we can also write S equals to L plus L minus D plus L minus 2D plus L minus 3D up to A. Now we will add these two equations vertically. So we get 2S equals to sum of the first vertical pair is A plus L, sum of the second vertical pair is A plus L, sum of the third vertical pair is A plus L, and if you go on, you will see all the vertical pairs are A plus L. So 2S equals to n times A plus L. Because there were n terms in every sum, so there were n vertical pairs. So it's pretty easy to understand that S equals to n times A plus L by 2. Now what I will do is replace L by its true form, which is A plus n minus 1D. And after simplification, at last you will get S equals to n times 2A plus n minus 1 times D divided by 2. Now both the forms in these green squares can be used as formula for sum of AP. You just need to understand where it is convenient to use the first one and where it is convenient to use the second one. Let's see some examples and you will get the clarity. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus up to n. We know this is an AP. The first term is 1 and the last term is also known, which is n. So here we will use the formula n times A plus L divided by 2, since we know the first and last term both. So if you put the values, you will get n times n plus 1 by 2. Let's see another example. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus up to n terms. You can see this is an AP because the difference between 1 and 3 is 2 and 3 and 5 is 2. So the common difference is 2. The first term is 1. But here the last term is not given. In this case, we will use the second formula for sum of AP. N times 2A plus n minus 1D divided by 2. Now put the values. You will get n times 2 plus n minus 1 times 2 divided by 2. Simplify it, you will get n squared. So now you understand where to use the first formula and what to use the second formula. Let's see another example. 5 plus 15 plus 35 plus 45 up to 105. if you look at the differences of consecutive terms, you will see all of the differences are 10. So this is an AP with common difference 10. We know the first term of the AP and the last term of the AP. So we will use the first formula of the sum, that is n times a plus l by 2. Now here I can see 11 terms in the sum. So 11 times 5 plus 105 divided by 2 equals to 605. Let's see some basic problems. The sum of three numbers in arithmetic progression is 72 and their product is 11,880. What are the numbers? Now in this case, we have to first assume the terms of AP. Normally we do that as A plus D and A plus 2D. But in this case, I have taken A minus D, A and A plus D. Why is that? You will understand in a little bit. But if you are wondering if this one is AP or not, you can check the differences of consecutive terms. You will get D every time. According to the question, we know the sum of these terms is 72. So A minus D plus A plus D is 72. If you simplify it, plus D and minus D will cancel each other out. You will get 3A equals to 72. That gives you A equals to 24. So you see, since I have taken the terms in this specific form, I directly get A from the first equation. Now the second information is the product of the terms is 11,880. So A minus D times A plus D is 11,880. That is A times A square minus D square is 11,880. And we have gotten A equals to 24. So put that 24 times 24 square minus D square is 11,880. Solve the equation, you will get D equals to plus minus 3. So now you understand, when you have sum or product of a limited terms of AP, it is much convenient for the calculation to assume the terms as A minus D, A and A plus D. Now you can use D equals to plus 3 or minus 3, you will get the same answer in both cases, which is 21, 24 and 27. That's all for today guys. Thanks for watching this video. By the way guys, I am thinking about starting online live interactive classes, especially for the students of class 11 and 12 in India. So let me know if you are interested in those classes. Also, you can contact me personally for tuitions using my social media handles given on the screen and also in the description.